Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who have not stopped by before, thank you so much for stopping by our channel. My name is Ashley and me and my fiance Luke run this and talk all about all kinds of Disney content. Most of our videos so far have been about pins and pin collecting, opening mystery boxes, and getting pin mail because I'm a really big pin collector. But today I have something that is kind of different. On my Instagram story the other day, which our Instagram I'll put in the description. I'll put it in the description, but our Instagram handle is The Carvers Disney Adventures. On my story the other day, I did a would you like to see my Disney makeup collection poll, and I had a few people vote yes in there, and it was 100% yes that they would like to watch that video. So today, this isn't going to be a super long video, but I'm doing a Disney makeup haul. So for those of you who know me or may follow my personal account, you know that I love makeup. I love experimenting with makeup and doing different contours and trying different colors. I'm a big fan of lipstick, matte, gloss, shine, shimmer, liquid and stick, and I love trying out all different makeup brands. So the ones that my Disney makeup the ones that my Disney makeup is ColourPop. So if you haven't heard of that, it's pretty inexpensive. I haven't tried out a ton of their, I use more like eyeshadows and lips stuff from them, not like foundation or primers or powders or anything that's going to go all over my whole face or that's going to be directly affecting like my pores and be on direct contact with my skin. I have really sensitive skin, so I use Rodan & Fields, their foundation, or sometimes if I'm going like a night out or have a special event, I will use Estee Lauder Double Wear because it's a super good full coverage foundation. And then I use, I believe it's Estee Lauder powder as well. But as far as lips, eyes, blushes, and highlighters and such go, I really like to try out all different types of makeup brands, see who I like, as well as people just have different styles, and ColourPop for sure has their own style. They do very vibrant colors, very bold packaging as well. It has its own look for sure, and you'll kind of know what I mean when I show you this stuff. But they do a lot of collabs, and they do a lot of fandoms. So what I mean by that is they do with celebrities or other makeup artists, they'll do collaborations and create a line just for them. And about 2 years ago, a year and a half to 2 years ago-ish, they did a Disney one. They did their first Disney one, and that is basically what I'm going to be showing you today. So before we hop on into me showing you the makeup, I did want to show off my shirt today. It is not a Disney shirt, but today is Earth Day, and so in honor of it being Earth Day, as well as the 22nd anniversary of Animal Kingdom, I did wear this like black and very dark gray cheetah or leopard print top, and I thought it was super sassy, which was kind of fun for this topic video. So we'll start. So first, I have an eyeshadow palette. Let me see how closely it will focus. If I can get it in there. That's probably pretty good, but I'll put a picture in it up above. But it does have Tiana, Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Snow White, and Cinderella on it. And this is called the Disney Designer Collection. And so I'll show you one more time, but they made these 6 princesses for the first one, and they are in like what would be their like gala or runway outfits. They have, and it's kind of in their color scheme because you see Tiana's is green and Cinderella's is blue, but they're all different shapes. I think I will probably never say this about anything else Disney content related ever, but I think my favorite one out of this like group is Snow White, because they really emphasize just a white look for her, and she has very small pops of red, and then her black hair is just so dramatic, and like the shape of her dress, I really like that. But yeah, the first one they did, it was like they were models or like Vogue. I've seen a couple of these designs copied on t-shirts and stuff that say Vogue on them. So this is the eyeshadow palette, and it comes with 18 shadows, pressed pigments. You open it up, and this is what it looks like. And the top half of it is their signatures, and it's actually like what they look like in the park. And then this is what the colors, the pigments look like. So it's on this gold finish background. And I love this palette because for my eyes, I will kind of go more crazy with like lip color. I really like to do very bold lips, but for eyes, I very rarely ever do a bold color or even a bold like smoky eye or cat eye or anything. I normally stick with my same, like 5 colors, which are all very taupes and tans and brown and cream with maybe like a little bit of shimmer of gold or something. So this palette really drew to me. I mean, when I heard they did a Disney collaboration, that's when I decided to try ColourPop for the first time. But it has a few like shimmery, sparkly ones, but those even are still pretty neutral, like creams, gold, tan. There's one that's a very light blue shimmer, and then there is kind of like a terracotta red shimmer. The rest of them are matte, and they have some pinks, which I do like doing pinks, but most of them are pretty good on being really neutral. And the names of these pigments go with the princesses that were selected. So there's Chip, Juju, Grumpy, Triton, Abu, Prince Charming, Ray, Fairy Godmother, One Kiss, Thingamabob, Enchanted Rose, Poison Apple, Magic Carpet, Beast, and Midnight Curfew. Those are the names of the shadows. So I just thought that was cool. It's very compact. This is the size of it. So compared to my hand, it's, kind of about the length of my hand. It's pretty compact. So this is a really nice one to travel with if you are interested in like taking this to Disney or just throwing this in your makeup bag. This is a really nice size. So the next thing I'm going to show you, because I did say I love lipstick and I like doing things with lips, I did purchase all of these lovely ladies lip color. So I will now get that out. And I'm so serious about how obsessed I am with makeup and lipstick. This lovely case I got from Amazon, and it is supposed to hold like markers, and I had to purchase 2 of these to hold my lipstick collection, just like all my lipsticks, because I have a problem. So for my lipsticks for these, so the first one I'm pulling out, so they all have this gold tube. The packaging is gold on all of them. And then they have the ColourPop logo at the bottom. And then they have their signatures all around the top. And so, I'll show you this one more time. And then on the bottom is where you can find the name of the princess. Let me see if it'll focus. That little pink dot is the name of what princess this is, and it also is kind of like the sticker on there that says their name is like the color or the shade of this. So this is the most neutral one, and this is Cinderella's. So, let me show you what it kind of looks like. And it's a pretty pinky nude. It's definitely has a shade of pink to it, a tint of it, but it's a pretty light pink and it's pretty nude. I'd say that this is a very like easy day color, or you could wear to any event. The next one is Ariel. And this one is actually, I'm going to say, more nude. Cinderella's was more light pink. This one's a lot more pure, like skin color, natural nude. So this one, the color of it, it is more like skin color. And that's Ariel, which to me like kind of makes sense because with her being a mermaid and like underwater and stuff, I just think that going with like a very natural nude look would be right for her. The next one is Belle, and I'm not saying that this is my favorite color because it is Belle, because yes, Belle is my favorite princess. But this one is a like mauve pink / terracotta color. It has a little bit of that orangey red in it, but it's really mauve. And I love mauve lipsticks and lip colors. So don't worry, I'm going to put pictures of everything up there on white background so you guys can see. But yeah, this is for sure more like a dusty rose, or sorry, the cat fell, so I'll pick that up in a minute. This is more of like a dusty rose, darker mauvey pink. The next one is Jasmine, and this one is like a hot pink. This is a very, very bright color. So that is this one, and it is kind of extreme. It's not neon. I don't want to call it neon, but it's very hot pink. Like, there are very few occasions that I would wear this one out on. But if you check out her picture on the cover, her dress is hot pink. So they did like a really nice job, I think, of pulling in these colors as well as their natural colors and what they would wear. And so, yeah, but Jasmine's hot pink for sure. Snow White's, without a doubt, is a very rich red. So kind of like the candy, I wouldn't call it candy apple red, because when I think candy apple red, I think of like America's shade of red, or like just your classic red. And this one is a little darker than classic red. It is more formal, I would say. It's really like a dark ruby. Like a ruby, I think, would be a really good way to describe this color. But it's beautiful. And I think this one, again, with the Snow White thing, I think they nailed Snow White on the head with this collection, because her look was just so elegant with the whites and creams and her black hair and the pops of red, and then doing the really dark red lip. I mean, who doesn't love a dark red lip for like a fancy event? And then the last one is Tiana, and it does have red tones in it, but it also has brown tones and purple tones. So this is the darkest of the collection. Yeah, it's for sure got like a very dark red and dark purple. So this one would be really nice for like a night out. So that is the Princess collection. So the next one I'm going to show you is the second collection that Disney did with ColourPop. So the second collection they did was Villains, and I loved the title of it. So this was called Disney Designer. The Villains one is called Misunderstood, which I think is such a clever caption, or not caption, such a clever title, or yeah, title of the line. But I just think that's really clever. The look of it is awesome. So the Villains, I don't have the eyeshadow palette. I would really like to order it, because I checked yesterday after seeing people wanted this video filmed, and they still have it in stock, the eyeshadow palette. So I'm very, very tempted to get it, just to have both the Disney Designer Princesses and Villains like lipsticks and eyeshadow palette. But the Villains one is a super neon design. So all the Villains' faces are made out of like neon lights on a black background. And it looks so cool for Villains. But the colors in the palette are very bold, and I like neutral ones, which is what drew me to the Princess one. And they're like lime green and neon purple, like fuchsia, and I just know I would not use them. So I don't think I'll probably end up getting it, but I did get the Villains lipsticks. So the Villains lipsticks, they are matte. They're a matte black. So the Princess ones were like a gold shine. These are matte black, same size, same ColourPop logo on the bottom. And then they say Disney Villains, and they have a symbol for like all the Disney villains on there. So I'll explain that to you guys since I don't have a palette to show you for this one. But it has the heart with the dagger going through it for Evil Queen. It has like a branch with the crow on it for Maleficent, the seashell for Ursula, the skull and bones for Dr. Facilier, I believe. And this looks like a multiple-headed monster. I'm not sure who has that. I think the only one I left out was Hades, but I can't remember if that's a thing that Hades has. Let me know. But yeah, so the first one we're starting with is actually Hades. And this one's even more like nude than Ariel. This one's like a peachy pink nude color. So you see it really like blends in with my skin tone and my hand. And that's Hades. And then the next one we have is Dr. Facilier. So this one is still pretty neutral. It's kind of like Belle's color, like the Dusty Rose, but it's still pretty neutral, but it definitely goes up in color. Then the next one we have is Maleficent. And this one is a lot like Jasmine's. It's a very bold pink, but it's not a bright pink. This one is more of a like a darker pink. It's very bold, but it's darker. Like Jasmine's is extremely bright. Like a very high intense pink was Jasmine's. Then I have Cruella, who, this is a red, but unlike Snow White's red, which was what I called ruby, this one is like a mixture of like 3/4 red and a 1/4 orange, because this one, okay, sorry, my video just stopped automatically. I saw a little notification that said stop screen recording, and I was really confused, so I had to kind of restart. But yeah, Cruella's is a very, very bright red. So it is very loud. But when you think of Cruella de Vil, her lips pop a lot because everything else is black and white. The next one is Evil Queen. This one is kind of like your true red. So Cruella's was like an orange and red with a very bright tone. And then Snow White's was like a ruby red, a darker tone. This one I would call like your true candy apple red for Evil Queen. And then the last one in the Villains collection is Ursula. And this one has a lot of purple. This one has, and it's really dark. It's, if you can see how dark that is, it is super dark. Like today I put on pretty dark nude lipstick, and this is about as dark as I ever go. So this is extremely dark. This is kind of out of my comfort zone. But yeah, that is all of my Disney makeup. I know that the collections also make things other than lipstick and eyeshadows from ColourPop. So I know they normally each character in the collection have like a highlighter and a lip gloss, maybe. I think if I'm correct, they usually split it in half. So like 3 of the princesses would have a lip gloss and 3 of the princesses would have a highlighter kind of deal. But I want to say that all of the villains either had, I want to say like 2 of them had highlighter, 1 of them had a bronzer, and then 3 of them had like a blush, because I think they did a little bit bigger on the villains. And then I know that after the villains, they made what they call, oh, I'm not going to remember the name of it, but it's basically like Masquerade. They did a second princess edition to include some of the princesses that are really popular that aren't in the first one. Like I know Rapunzel's in the second edition. I can't remember any of the other ones because I don't have any of those. But I think they're called Masquerade or Disney Designer 2 or something, but they all have masks like they were at a Masquerade ball. I know that they made a Frozen 2 collection because I did purchase the Elsa lipstick and the Elsa eyeshadow palette for a friend who really likes Elsa and Frozen. So I have laid my hands on that before and seen it in person, and it's beautiful. I heavily considered purchasing it, but I do not need absolutely any more makeup. And when I checked the website yesterday, there was also a Mulan collection. It looked smaller, but I'm sure it's for the new release of the Mulan movie. So yeah, ColourPop does so many collaborations. I know they've done other fandoms as well. If they ever do a Harry Potter one, sign me up. You can plan on a video for that for sure. But I would love to get more of it, but I'll go ahead and show you right now, like in this book, this up here, and then here's my villains, here's my princesses, and then here's like some MAC, and then here are some, these are harder to see, but they're little, they're kind of little cubes. These are some Smashbox, and then the bottom are some Lime Crime and Kylie Jenner, Makeup by Kylie, Kylie Cosmetics. Couldn't think of what her line was called. But like these are all lipsticks, and these are all my stick lipsticks. And then I have a whole nother one of these even more full of liquid lipsticks. So I have way too much lipstick. So I don't need to purchase any more of the ColourPop fandom lipsticks or anything. And I also have a caboodle full of eyeshadow palettes and contouring palettes and blush palettes and highlighter palettes and everything. So I definitely have a makeup obsession. And the saddest part is I have never used a single one of any of these Disney ColourPop lipsticks or that palette because I'm scared to mess it up and that something will happen to it. So they're more for me to just look at, I guess you could say. But who knows? Maybe one day when I've run out of all the rest of mine. But I think that's it. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video. I also had heard some requests to do a full makeup video of all my makeup, so all my brands that I buy from, like all the lipsticks that I have and all the palettes that I have, and to do a whole makeup collection video of my true obsession. So comment below if that's something that you'd be interested in watching. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. I would love to see more subscribers pop up to create more content for you guys, because I really love making these videos and posting them for you and seeing you guys react well to them. So I think that's it. And I'll get back to you guys with probably another pin haul video, because I know that that is coming because I have a list of everything that is on the way through Postal Service right now. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.